Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I'm uploading more videos recently because I just feel like there has to be more content put out. I just want to talk, If I'm doing less videos, then I'm excited for the time where I'm gonna do videos less and I'm gonna let it breathe a little bit and do stuff in the background and then come back to doing a video once a week or something. But right now I just feel like I have to do a lot of videos. It's like a journey, And yeah. I woke up this morning and I felt like I I felt like my channel sucks. I keep saying this a lot, I felt like again, I had in my brain I'm never gonna do YouTube again. I think I have to talk. I definitely have to talk with a therapist about this. I don't think this is normal, So I'm definitely gonna talk with a therapist about this in the future. I have a therapy session this week. And I'm gonna talk about this when I'm able to. I hope I get a place at the therapist because I'm not quite sure if I get this kind of therapist. Otherwise, I have to search for therapists. But yeah, because I don't think that's normal. I think it's something deep inside why I change my mind the whole time and be like, I'm never gonna do YouTube again. And then I come back. And when I feel great and I feel meaningful, I don't give a fuck. And I'm just like, yeah, it's cool what I'm doing, I had a walk outside and something I was thinking about is that, how should I say this? I was thinking that sometimes I had this experience too. You fall in love with someone, and or you have a crush on someone, and they give meaning into your life, and you want to be part of their life because they give meaning into your life, and that's totally fine. Like, you can have this feeling, and sometimes when you realize like you're not quite sure if you can be with this person, your life becomes meaningless because they are the person that make you complete, and that feeling is totally fine, and you get through this, and I hopefully think you get through this well. I think this is part of love, and I don't think you always have to tell people that it's like wrong to feel that, and you're a loser when you feel like that. It's totally fine to have this feeling. You go through different kind of states when you are in love with someone. But I still think it's an amazing feeling when you get to the point that you detach. Like, it comes naturally over time. You don't force it. You just let it be. You just let the feelings alone, and over time you realize you detach automatically, and you realize that you, on your own, no matter if you end up with somebody or you're gonna be alone your whole life, and that can happen for a lot of people. It's gonna happen. I don't think you should waste your time on dating apps. Just let life bring you the right person, and if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen, and it doesn't make you miss out on something. You can't miss out on something if it's not there for you. Like, it doesn't, you don't, like, if you just stand up with someone you don't love, you still miss out on the right person. So either like be with the right person or just be single. But something I realized is it feels amazing when you realize you are someone who creates a meaning in themselves and can create a meaning in other lives and has something to offer yourself. because then you become much more attractive to a person that you are maybe into, and you will probably attract someone much more. It depends. It's really hard to say, but I think it can make you more interesting as a person if you're living your best life and you're just creating meaning in yourself. What makes you more interesting, and it feels so great if you just effortlessly can give something to this person because you create a meaning in yourself and you don't need this other person to be fulfilled, you know? That feels amazing. And when this someone should come into your life, it feels great because this person just doesn't give you something, you give them something back, and it makes you much more confident. And you don't need this person in your life the whole time. You detach, you don't think like, if this person doesn't text me back, I'm gonna lose this person, my world falls together. You don't, because you feel you have everything in your life already and you feel complete. And that's the best feeling ever, detaching and like having your full life together and being a meaningful person in your own. And I think a lot of people will get curious about you if you are being like that. And something else, I think, so people say you shouldn't chase and you should people pursue, but I don't think you should think so much about that. I don't think you should this whole strategy thinking that they do in dating advice videos is really toxic in my perspective, because it's just about being attractive. It's not about loving. It's about do this and this to attract someone, but love is not just about attracting someone. It's about much more stuff. So I don't think you should, you can use strategy in love, but it shouldn't only be strategy. You should just be yourself and do what's right, even if you do something that people in dating advice videos don't advise you. For example, chasing. If you have the energy to chase and you are persistent, then go fucking do that. And something, I said it already in a video, sometimes it takes time for a person to realize that you are valuable, or you just meet them in a certain amount of time where they're not where they're just, you didn't meet them at the right time and place, so they might not be open to dating you or being friends with you or whatever. And that's fine. Sometimes that happens, but if you still feel like you want to give meaning to someone and you care about someone, then go fucking chase them until the moment you don't want to do it anymore. And then you're gonna detach, and then you have time where you I don't have this right now, but I think it's totally fine to detach and chase. And I read a story about it. It was really interesting because the character, sometimes she detaches from the dude and sometimes she chases. And it's really interesting because he gives care about her even when she's persistent. And especially we tell women to not chase, and I think that's stupid. I think it's totally fine to do that. It's a human, love is a human feeling, and it's totally fine to show someone that you care about them. It may make it harder today because a lot of people think if someone chases, they're a fool or something. But you're not. And it's not a mistake to tell someone that you like them, even if the person is not interested in you. If you still feel like you care about this person, I think if this person is not the right person for you, you gonna lose interest after a while naturally. I think it's gonna happen naturally, but if this person still gives you a glimpse in your eyes, then just chase them. It's fine. I don't know. As long as you're not sacrificing anything in your life and you're living your life to the fullest, but you feel persistent, I think people gonna be invested into you too. I truly think that, of course this person has to be around your place, if you don't really get in contact with the person. But I think if you don't really have any big contact to the person, you're gonna lose interest pretty fast because there's nothing really to connect to anyway, So don't give a fuck. I think chasing is totally fine. It's a human feeling to do that, to take the action in love. And it's totally fine to do that. And you will have times where you're gonna chase and then you will detach and you're not gonna chase and you just don't even give a fuck about the person. You just do anything else, and that is also part of the process, you know? It makes you unpredictable, and unpredictability, this is what they say in dating videos. I don't even it sounds like I'm consuming them a lot now. I had a time where I was feeling really depressed and was consuming that stuff. And I agree with everything they say still, but I still think it's not really a human approach to love. How they approach it, they want to make money with you too, so be aware of that. Just be yourself in love. And just do what love tells you. Even if you're crazy, I think that's totally fine. As long as you're not stalking someone. You shouldn't, like, become a criminal, but, like, just do what the power of love gives you, you know? Sometimes love wants to make us crazy stuff, and I think that's totally fine, you know? I think that makes love so valuable, and I think most people in our generation don't even come to the point to really experience love because they just capitalize the dating system, and they're just dating without actually caring about the people. They're just trying to find the most effective partner instead of actually find someone they love. And yes, your standards should be high. You should never do compromises in love. Compromises happen in a relationship, but they should, like, if you can make a compromise because you're like, I care for this person and I don't care if I have to do this compromise. It makes me love this person so much that it doesn't matter. That it doesn't feel like, when a compromise doesn't feel like a compromise, because the love is stronger, then it's alright. But you shouldn't, like, put your standards down and date the best thing available because you just feel like, I don't get anybody else. Then don't just be single. It's okay. You can be happy by being single, you know? The more you chase, you become yourself. Because when you feel like you have to chase, then you are yourself. And on this way, you're gonna show confidence, and confidence is good. And you're gonna tell this person some stuff that this person might find something meaningful in this, and maybe come back to you, you know? And the interesting thing is, I think when you change, you actually realize that you're gonna be much more detached from the person if you just sometimes it's just a chase in itself, and you just tell the person and then you go away, and you just wanted to express. It's sometimes just about expressing your thoughts, just putting it into the world, because we want to communicate to the world, and you just tell the person, and it felt good that you told the person, and then you just move on, even if it hurts sometimes and we get you rejected. The pain is necessary, but it makes you stronger, and I think it's still a less of a pain than feeling like oh, I don't, like, better take the risk and get hurted, but then you did it, and you experience it, and you're gonna become stronger, because you don't have to think about it like, oh, what if I have done this, you know? You just did it, you experienced the pain, but you did it, and you know where you stand, and that's a much better feeling than fighting the urge to not text someone or not tell someone what you think about them. You're gonna be a much more clearer, focused mind if your body tells you to chase, and you're gonna have moments where you're not even don't want to change, you just detach, and you do totally stuff, and you don't even think about the person anymore. You may gonna lose interest in the person completely, but you had to chase for a decent amount of time, and that made you a stronger, more experienced human. A chase will give you human experience. like, because people sometimes say like, yeah, like, um if you were like putting so much work into something, it's not worthy. Like, you're wasting, it's a waste of time. No, it's not, because you for yourself learn something. And if it's meaningful to you to do that, then go fucking do that, no matter what the outcome is. Even if it's not the right person for you. You did it, and that was a good feeling. And you learned something from it. And I truly think that our body naturally will guide us to the right way, and they will tell us to stop when it's done. And I don't think you should suppress feelings. Like Carl Jung said, suppressed feelings come out in a much worse form if you suppress them. So if there's the feeling of just wanting to tell someone, go fucking do that. Don't suppress your feelings. Don't fight the urge. And actually, when you're gonna do that, our world will become much more. You're gonna change the world. Dating for everybody will become easily. And now it's a good time to actually do that, because a lot of people don't do that. So you are much farther. Your chances to get the right person are much higher, because you go fucking do what nobody else is doing, and that makes you interesting, more smart, more advanced person that people want to be around with. So most people don't even do that, so they're just in autopilot, they're zombies, they're not getting the love they want. So if you're doing this right now, you will be far ahead above everybody else. And dude, your chances to get the right person or just become an awesome human being are much higher than most people are doing. You know, when a lot of people don't try it, but you try it, you have advantages, a lot of advantages. And the good thing is, the more people are doing it, the more people realize, this is how I should do dating, this is how I should pursue people. And the more people are doing, the more people we are learning for it, and people become more interesting, and people want to date more people because people become more interesting, because people don't like dating, because nobody's interesting. This is why nobody falls in love anymore, you know, because nobody's interesting, because everybody just sticks to dumb dating rules, and they dehumanize themselves. You can just love a human, you can just like everything is about becoming dateable. That's not human. Just be yourself. It's so fucking easy. The only advice that I'll give you, do what your heart tells you, be yourself. And take chances, don't take chances, but just do what feels right. You should be free in love completely, and you shouldn't stick to rules, because love doesn't have any rules. We want love because it makes us feel free. So it doesn't make sense to create rules on love. If you feel like you have to create rules on love, go fucking away from that, because you're not. You shouldn't create rules on love. And I don't even think you have to. You have to have high standards. And if someone gives you the feeling you have to create rules, then go fucking away. This is not the right person for you. Yeah, I'm not a dating expert, but I'm a human expert. And just do what makes you feel good, because this is what I date. And I'm telling you the good part of dating other ways again. This is what I also tell on dating other ways. And I just like to talk about this because it's interesting, because it's really psychological sometimes. They'll tell you that when you are confident and you're happy, your people are much more eager to talk to you. I don't think that's even true. I think people can also bond in love through trauma. And you can be in a shitty situation and someone relates to you, and then you end up together because you're fighting depression together. That can happen. You should open up for any kind of experience, but I still think we are really attracted to people, and we like people who have an interesting life and who are happy, because it makes us happy too, and we just want to be around. But love is more about than just being happy. You can't just create happiness and then you get someone, the right person. You can be the happiest shit alive, but someone will still end up with someone depressed, because the depressed person gives more meaning to their life, because they feel connection on a just deeper level. It's not just happiness, but happiness can make the whole process stronger, and might get someone attracted to you, or like attract the right person faster than if you're like being depressed. It's maybe harder to be like, if you're having a mental illness or you're depressed and you're talking to the right person, it's going to be more difficult to actually connect with this person. And if you're happy, your whole like social cycle will become different. It's also law of assumption. You can create other stuff. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I don't know why I'm saying this. I think that stuff makes sense. Maybe I'm just making it up, but I truly think that stuff makes a lot of sense. Just from human experience, so don't mind me. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.